Alright, let's go then. We've still lost Michael. Good. Oh my god. Mike might be alive here. Unmute your mic. Yes! He's alive!
I
Moss Cider needs to just get another invite and then we're good to go, I think. Oh, 2 people have gone actually, the last few minutes.
Yeah, I was eating there.
That's alright. Right. Moss Cider needs another invite. Good.
Is everyone invited?
I think so. I asked some of the other people in the lobby to help out as well. Because I don't have everybody on my friends list.
Okay. I do, but I don't know them. Don't
Is Truth in Clutch got an invite?
Hang on. I've just invited him, he's in GTA.
Ah, well that's helpful.
Who else? Just I'll make an invite them, they're all on my friends list.
Alright, let's go through the list then. Most of them are already in, so we should be alright. Alice Killer's in, Ben's in. Ginnis is in, Grown Ice Beer's in, Calic is, Maledictus is, Robin's in, Tom Killer's in, Warlock is in, Andrew?
Yeah, hang on. He's not online. Are we streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming, yeah.
Just invite Andrew while he's online, offline.
B. Morgan?
He's offline as well.
Chill Drive and Vitanov are in. Dabense?
Hang on. Can't press anything. Oh, now I can. Right, the Bensei, B. Morgan,
Force One? Or Force One, whatever you want to call him.
Force One, yeah.
Illuminati's got an invite already, he's in.
Hang on. Load. Oh, fuck's sake. Load. I'm just seeing great box. Come on. Stay more. Loading my friends list. Just gotta try
lovely.
that. That is. Come on. Right, the Bensei.
Yep. Force Wank.
Oh my god. Why is not loading? Fuck. The Bensei Force. Where is he? Why would you fucking twat? Oh, come on. Well, let me just invite these two. Do they have anyone? Who else? Go, let me press a button. There we go. Come on.
You in?
Who?
Are you in? I said.
Yeah, I'm in.
Force One KLC 73.
KLC. Tell me names, I'm just gonna invite the one with that.
Miles.
Hang on, it's not fucking loading. Miles, I'm expecting him to join. He's not online.
Mitchell.
He's New York in. He's Mitchell.
Is New Yorker in? He's not in the chat.
Mitchell's offline. I think he's an F3.
Oh yeah. Moss Sider's in. SRL LO.
SRLO, hang on.
We got a couple of reserves in, but
I know, fine. Come on, load. 10 minutes late as well.
I know, right? It's not much we can do about it though. Your internet was playing up, and this thing is a pain in the ass.
Alright. SRLO, where the fuck is it?
And the real LO, either one of those. I don't know which account he's using.
It's SRLO, I think.
There's only 3 more after this.
Come on. Why are they loading? Okay, there we go. I've just invited them.
And we got Suom, who's already in.
Good.
Truth is Clutch and Wallstrabert, who's already in. So it's just Truth is Clutch left that's not in the lobby that needs an invite.
I've got an invite. He's got an invite.
Cool. Give him a couple of minutes and then we'll go.
Someone else before SRLO.
Moss
Tell me the
Sider.
guys who are... Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, in terms of people that aren't in, right, let's have a look. All of these guys are in, all of these guys are in. Andrew, B. Morgan, Debense,
Yeah.
Force One,
Yeah, he's got an invite. Yeah.
KLC.
Actually, Force One hasn't got an invite. Neither is Kelsey. I'm just gonna search them because this is so slow from our friends list. And Force One, come on. Loud. Oh my god, why is this so cancelled? Come on. Three
Oh,
more
pardon me.
people. Come on, yes. Force One. Oh yes, they're loading like mad. Oh yes. Kelsey, there we go. Both of them
Miles.
invited. Miles can, you know.
Miles won't join. SRL LO and Truth is Clutch, they're the only ones that aren't in.
They've all got an invite.
Cool. I'd say go in a minute
I
or
have
so.
to make a list for F1 then.
We can do that in the time. We've got time between this finishing and F1 starting, so.
Ah, yeah. Well, we can ready up, I think. So everything's fine. I'm just charge my pad. Well,
I'm just going to put my put the stream in the chat.
Yep. Good to go.
Right, there we go. Delayed start, but we're going.
Well, everyone's readied up, so we are going already, and we are getting
Going already, yeah. We're totally
started.
not 13 minutes late.
Yeah, I know, but I mean we're making the most of it.
It's alright. We got time before F1 anyway. This will be finished by what, like 10 to 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because races are quicker on this game than they were last game.
Due to the short qualifying nature.
And just due to the
12
tracks being faster. Or the cars being faster.
minutes. Yeah, it's about like a minute per race.
More than that.
Or if you put like three
pit stops as well.
seconds per lap for like 20 laps, let's say, it's like a minute.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Bit
Qualifying's
more,
about 10
maybe.
minutes. Qualifying saves you about 8 minutes in total. You think about loading times and things.
Righty. I never thought we would get going. The internet.
I never thought your internet would work.
Ah, yeah, I know. The party. Tea type. Jeez.
I know, right? It's always convenient timing. It's just before the race is due to start.
Yeah. Trouble sitting us. Anyway, here for qualifying for round 2 in ERL.
Oh, it won't even let me.
Season
It won't
3.
even let me paste the stream into the chat. For God's sake.
That's lovely. So we have Tom Killer on the McLaren, previous race winner, and he has got 25 points after a very dramatic end to the race. If you missed it, he got disconnected on the last lap, last sector, but he already had a massive gap to Warlock, who was second in the Ferrari, and we have already there's two Ferraris again going out.
Ben LFC is first guy on track though in the Williams.
Greenwich Beer as well going out, Tom Killer, a lot of cars going out, Warlock and his teammate Alice Maledictus as well. So we are gonna see a battle for qualifying for pole position here in Shanghai between 15 people we have today in F2.
Makes a change from 11 last week.
I think most of them are already out on track, if not all of them.
A little bit of stopping on track going on there between Tom Killer and Warlock, I think. No, it wasn't Warlock, that was Alice Killer.
Well, they do have to find a lot of free space if they want to achieve the best possible lap without any sort of dirty yet. And
yeah, there is a huge rush, which makes me think it might end up possibly raining at the end of the session if there's this amount of rush coming out of the pit lane.
Well, we'll see then. Oh yeah, with 15 cars out on track all at once, there may be some troubles finding clean air. So let's see how it pans out.
Alright, let's try and go on board with the person who's at the front of the field, which is Ben LFC. It's not Ben LFC, it's Maledictus. He's just overtaken Ben LFC down the back straight, yeah.
6 cars on the back straight right now. And Ben LFC is right behind Maledictus, and now he's gonna, I would imagine he's gonna drop off a bit. He's not. He's going straight at it, so no time wasted there for Ben LFC on the Williams.
I think he's got enough of a gap behind anyway, or enough of a gap in front that he should be fine.
I think he has, but Tom Killer as well, right behind Alice Killer that is, so both very quick drivers will not want to waste any runs in this qualifying section.
Maledictus going sideways out of turn 2.
And Warlock has already aborted his lap. I don't know what happened in turn 1. I think he spun on the grass on the outside and he's now aborted the lap. So that's one run wasted. Possibly a bit of tire wear on his tires for the next lap if he wants to do another one or coming to the pits. End of sector 1, let's see the sector splits there.
24.6 looks like the fastest so far from Tom Killer. 24.617.
Yes.
Grosno's Beer's done a 24.5 actually.
Greenwich Beer 24.5.
Pole time prediction, Shimasi, I would say somewhere in the mid 32s probably.
Let's see now, Alice Killer on the second sector, 28.0, it's not bad, 28.0 from Tom Killer as well. But
I'm going to keep an eye on Grosno's Beer because of how quick his first sector was.
Grosno's Beer 23, loses 3/10 on the middle sector compared to the two Dutchmans.
Might be running some high wings. Low wings, sorry, might be running low wings.
Yeah.
Which don't favour him in the middle sector.
Final corner for him. Changes something there on the steering wheel, the final corner, but comes across the lines 34.2 to set the benchmark for Ben LFC, which doesn't beat it, but I would imagine.
Let's get it there, 33.1, there we go.
And Tom Killer, curious to see what he's done. Right behind him, it's a 33.2, so.
Grosno's Beer doesn't beat them either. Grosno's Beer does a 33.4. So at the moment, Alice Killer setting the pace with a 33.1.
He has lost 3/10 in the middle sector though, so we might be seeing some guys in the 32s from the second run onwards.
I think Warlock's going again this time for a lap after he aborted his first one. He's not gone into the pits and changed his tyres, he's gone straight for a second lap.
And I think Tom Killer is going for a second consecutive lap as well. Obviously some of these drivers might have put a lot of fuel on board.
Warlock 24.6 is sideways through the S section in the middle sector there, Warlock Minear.
Warlock.
Yeah, Warlock completely sideways, 24.6 sector 1, so he's a couple of tenths off the fastest, the purple sector 1.
Let's see Tom Killer's, he's just going to improve on the first sector and then he's going to lose it all on the second one. So it's all going to be our third sector.
Warlock 28-8 middle
Warlock.
sector, really struggling here on this run. That sideways moment through the S section really cost him about, what, 7/10? On the current fastest?
Warlock 28-8. 8/10 off the pace. And not a very good first sector either.
Yeah, 2/10 off in the first sector as well.
So is he going to complete this lap?
Very wide in the final corner, might be invalidated though.
I don't think it's going to be the
No, it wasn't invalidated. So 1:34.4 from Warlock Manir, which at this stage puts him in 6th position because Vitanov is yet to set a lap.
Still not that far off with that big mistake from Tom Killer's last sector, 40.5.
Chill Drive
4/10 off.
has just gone fastest by 11 thousandths of a second.
Pretty close from the first run of the drivers. And we have just over 5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. So far, Chill Drive is in the top of the leaderboard with 33.1. Alice Killer is second with a 33.1 as well, 11,000 off. 33.2 goes to Tom Killer, and another Belgian driver, 33.4. So a couple of tenths off there for P4 Greenwich Pierre Robin, a reserve just in the 33s, a 33.933. And then we go to the 34s with Guinness, Maledictus, Warlock, Swamp, and Kalek rounding out the top 10 so far.
Just keeping an eye on Wallstribert, who looks like he's on a lap at the moment. 24.7 and a 28.5. This couldn't be too bad, but this could put him somewhere towards the top 5 this lap from Wallstribert. Not been a bad run so far. Maybe a tenth slower than Warlock through sector 1, but gained 2 tenths on him in that sector. Oh, sideways out of the hairpin though. That's going to cost him a couple of tenths.
5th gear through last corner and opens the DRS across the line. Let's see where it puts him.
Puts him
it's
in...
34.6.
Puts him in
Warlock
10th.
and ahead of Swan.
9th, sorry. Puts him in 9th position.
Yeah,
because Vitanov's yet to set a lap. Nice game.
Drivers. Yeah.
The standings are in the correct order apart from Vitanov. The only driver that's not in the right place.
Most drivers are swapping their racing status to in garage. So we'll be seeing them fitting another set of super softs. And I'd imagine some soft runners as well, perhaps. What do you think?
Some of the guys that have set slower lap times may be able to improve on the softs, but it's worthwhile because it makes the one stop a lot safer.
Yeah.
But of course the only person so far do a lap on softs is Kalek Rist, who's currently 11th with his 35.0.
And Maledictus cuts that corner a lot, so imagine that's invalid. And it's nice at 34.2, it's quicker on the reigning champion Warlock Manir. So it puts him P7 for now, as Mossad has retired from the session. Unfortunately, and people are already going out
Swan
for
is
their
back
second
out.
run. Robin's back out, and
Ben's
Tom
just
Killer's
coming back out.
as well.
Tom Killer's out, yep.
Ben's back out. And I see a Haas on the background, I think.
Ginnis has come out as well. The Haas in the background will probably be Illuminati, as his teammate isn't racing.
Chill Drive.
They're currently fastest.
Coming out of the pits. Cannot risk it a lot on this lap, but he's only got a gap of 11 thousandths to P2 with Alice Killer. So let's see who is the first on these train from the top 3. It's gonna be Chill Drive, then it's Alice Killer.
Oh, Maledictus having a bit of lag.
Tom Killer. Tom Killer is just coming through to start sector 3 now. Alice Killer is in sector 2 just now, and Chill Drive is...
It's going to be Ben LFC that's going to be the first to start a flying lap. Unless he does what he did on the last run through and let go one of the guys in front, or pass him.
It's Maledictus again, the McLaren behind him.
It's Tom Killer. It's Tom Killer behind him. I'm spectating at the moment. Mitchell, that is fine, by the way. You can race because you are supposed to be in the league. You're just gonna. I think you'll have a default setup though.
So Tom Killer not opting to back off. That's a very strange tactic from the McLaren driver, right behind NFC, who, if I'm sure, is about second slower than him per lap.
Ben LFC's done a mid 135, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Tom Killer's going to struggle towards the end of the lap with dirty air.
But he might be, if he sticks behind him, he might get the slipstream down the back straight. I was thinking that. Maybe able to get a toe down the back straight. But it might hold him up through this middle sector, the dirty air. That's going to be the only problem.
It's going to be interesting. Keep an eye on him. I'm going to keep an eye out on Childra, who's just about starting his lap. Coming into turn 1 he is. Very aggressive. Down to 4th gear, 5th. Down to 3rd now for the apex of turn 2. Downhill turn 3.
Let's have a look at Tom Killer's sector times.
On the throttle.
Yeah, Tom Killer's lost time in both the first 2 sectors due to Ben LFC being in front of him. And he's had to take a compromise line into the long right-hander coming onto the back straight as well to try and overtake him.
Childra is 4,000 off on his time the first sector. Very tight. If he can improve, it's going to be by a small margin if he carries on like this, on this pace. Alice Killer, so on the 34.3, that's not a fastest lap. An improvement from Maledictus.
Probably an hour. So I might want food at about 4 instead of 4:45.
Going to be on pole for round 2. Robin's retired.
Tom Killer 33.8 apparently was fastest. I don't agree with that, but let's see what Alice Killer can do.
Alice Killer goes very wide, chill drive. He goes very wide, he's going to crash.
Gronus Beer with a 33.0 puts in pole at the moment.
Greenwich Beer very close.
Alice Killer
to the 32
32.9.
Alice Killer goes into the 32 barrier, 32.979. Very competitive lap. As Childra retired, we saw him spinning the hairpin. I think he was just pushing a bit too hard, go a bit wide, and he just touched the wall. And then he's retired from this session.
Warlock's found 8 tenths on his last lap.
Let's see, it's going to be interesting. 4 tenths. 4 tenths, 8 tenths on the middle sector.
Coming through the final corner.
But it's a warning. I think he's invalid.
No, it would have said invalidated. Warning will have probably been for speeding in the pit lane or something on his in-lap. There we go. Where did that put him? That put him 33.0, so that puts him second.
Would have been so close with Childra and Greenwich Beer. And Alice Killer was about to improve by about a 10th with Childra, so it would have been so close for the top 3, but I think everyone's now coming into the pits. Vitanov is ending his lap. Okay.
Where's he going?
Very strange line through the hairpin. So I think that's he's qualifying over as well.
Yeah, into the pits he goes. I think he made a mistake in the first sector anyway. His first sector time was 33 seconds, so he must have spun coming out the first 2 corners.
Well, that's interesting. He hasn't set a lap.
So he'll be starting from the back. Free choice of tyre, that's the only positive he can take from that.
But I'm not sure if it was valid, but Warlock has set a 33.041.
It was valid. The warning would have been for speeding in the pit lane on his in-lap after his second lap.
So, yeah, there you have it. All the runners complete, except Vitanov is not in the lead, ignore that.
Alice Killer is on pole with a 132.979, 4 tenths off my prediction of where pole would be. Nice. Warlock in second, 33.0, just pipping Grow Nice Beer by 4 hundredths. Who's in third? Chill Drive 4th with a 33.1. Tom Killer with a 33.8 lines up in 5th. Calic Wrist 33.7, so that doesn't line up, hang on. The Calic Wrist is actually 5th. Tom Killer 6th.
It's because it's a 33.2 from Tom Killer. His
no,
green
that's
lap
updated.
was,
yeah, there we go, yeah. 33.2. So Alice Killer on pole.
3 tenths from the top 5.
Warlock second, Grow Knife Beer third, Chill Driving fourth, Tom Killer fifth. Very close between that top 5, quarter of a second separating them. And then half a second to Calic Wrist in 6th, Robin in 7th, Maledictus 8th, Ginnis in 9th, and Suomi in 10th. Everybody else behind gets free choice of tyres, starting with Columinati, Walstraber, Moss Cider, Ben LFC, and Vitanov.
So that's the grid for round 2 of ERL. And in a few moments' time, we'll be see the action unfolding here on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a street
It's
circuit.
not a street circuit.
Oh well, roll
At
with
the
it.
Shanghai International Circuit.
Yep, that's the correct one. We have the 15 drivers making up their
No formation
strategy
lap,
for
remember?
this race. And the fuel. And now we are only 20 seconds away from the race start. Tom Killer then first with 25 points, Warlock in second on the championship with 18, and Caliquist, from what I can remember on the Toro Rosso, was in third in Australia.
Yep, correct.
So we will be keeping an eye on them, on these 3, and obviously Alice as well, and a couple of other drivers as well. So revving up now to 5 red lights to get this Chinese Grand Prix underway, and it's lights out and away we go. The 2 Ferraris get away very well. Alice Giller's going to defend off his teammate into turn 1.
Warlock's got the advantage line though here. Could Warlock slide
Warlock
at the inside?
Still side by side into the...
Alice Killer's going to hold on to it. The Chill Drive could be able to climb himself up into second here. He's side by side with Warlock as well. No, Warlock's held on to second. Managed to defend from Chill Drive.
Made a very big gap to Greenwich Beer. He's getting attacked by the McLaren of, I think
dive bomb by
that's
Tom Killer. Oh, he's had his teammate hit him from the back though. I think Maledictus has lost part of his front wing there. He's hit the back of his teammate coming into turn 4.
Braking a bit too late there, and he's hits his teammate there. Not going to help either of them.
And he goes straight on in the... yeah, he goes straight on at the S section due to the front wing damage and probably a little bit of lag as well.
A lot of lag from...
I think Grono's bit is off as well there in the background.
Yeah, Grono's beer is lagging a lot, and he's hit Chill Drive just a bit, so that's not going to help any of them. That's not
Who's
great.
the Red Bull I saw off in the background? There's a Red Bull I see off in the background at the back. I don't know who that is.
That's... not sure. But on the top 2 are pulling away already. And we can see Warlock just...
it was Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell in the back. So Alice Killer, a bit of clean air in front of him and clean air behind him. With Warlock about half a second or more behind his teammate in Ferrari. So ending lap 1 now. Alice Killer still leading this race. From pole, 9.6 completes the first lap, and someone dives into the pits. I would imagine one of them was Maledictus, who lost his front wing on the back of his teammate, and the 2 Mercedes now on the back. An unusual picture here. So to turn 1 they go. Are they going to get past
there's a nice little battle here for P5. I'm just looking at this. Walstrabert's just made contact with the back end of Ben LFC, I think that is. It is Ben LFC.
Yeah. Walstrabert on the soft, so is Ben LFC. So now let's see the tie compound.
So they've benefited. They started in the outside of the top 10, so they've benefited massively from the contact and incidents into turn 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, so Ben LFC and Walstrabert on softs, mediums, has Kilimnati, Vitanov, Mitchell, and Maledictus on softs as well. And we're going back on the action. Masada has left the session, unfortunately. As Ben LFC starting to rate a train. There's a Renault and a Toro Rosso going side by side.
Ginnis and Calic Wrist. It is. Calic Wrist has got the move done at the inside of the double left-hander.
Calic Wrist up into 8th place. Is Guinness going to think for a move? Backs out of it. Further up we go.
Walstrabert's got to be inside of Ben LFC. Walstrabert flies up the inside of Ben LFC down the straight. I think he's going to have BRS as well. Oh no, it's lap 2. My bad. He's not going to have BRS.
We're all going to be side by side now. Is this going to be 3-1 with Tom Killer going for a move? Maybe up the inside.
Tom Killer might try. Ben's broken very late there into the hairpin.
Walstrabert is going to cut him off on a switch back from Tom Killer. And he's going to go off the inside, around the outside now for the last corner. I don't think he's going to stick around there.
No, but a good little defensive overtake round the outside from Ben LFC to keep hold of 5th position. Broke so much later into the hairpin and swooped round Walstrabert's outside.
And the battle is continuing into turn 1, and
Tom
Killer's
Killer's
actually made the
yeah.
mistake.
And the two Torossos have made contact. Franz Tost will not be happy with that. Yeah, it is Calic Wrist that's off. Made contact with his teammate. Franz Tost is going to be screaming.
Podium finisher on the last race is now down to 13th. So essentially last.
Tom Killer at the inside of Ben LFC into turn 5 as well. The super soft tyre is helping him massively there to brake later than Ben LFC and take 5th position.
So Tom Kill up into P5, and now he's going to start catching up to Greenwich Beer. Is in a battle with Chill Drive. So let's see, just quickly see the two Ferraris about a second gap. So Greenwich Beer now battle for P3 here. He is going to pick DRS, and he's going to use it to full advantage now on the back straight. Gets a very good exit, and now they're almost side by side going into the back straight, and Tom Killer is going to be very happy seeing this battle happen in front of him. Opening the DRS is Greenwich Beer, and side by side they go. Who's going to break the latest?
Greenwich Beer's got a great amount of straight line speed due to the DRS there. I think Greenwich Beer's got the position here. Yeah, he does.
He does indeed.
The DRS flying in past Chill Drive.
And up in front we have Warlock 1.6 now. He loses 4/10 from the last sector compared to his teammate, and I think he's losing a time to P3 and 4.
Something happened further back. Ben LFC is down to... Oh my god. Carnage going on here for 7th. No. Right at the back of the field here, there is 5 cars. There's 5 cars in that space, about 2/10 of each other here, coming into the first sector. Ben LFC is now in 9th.
Killuminati up inside on the mediums. He's going to make the move stick. He's going to go for a switchback. Yes, he is. I cannot really see what's happening from here. But he doesn't go for the move. Now the Mercedes of Swamp is right behind him into turn 4 we go. He's going to think about a move. No, he doesn't. Although he is on the super soft compound without the House of Killuminati on the medians. But I'm going to keep an eye out on the battle with Tom Killer, Chill Drive, and potentially even Greenwich Beer. So let's see how this unfolds.
I'm going to stick with this because there are 3 cars all next to each other here. And oh no, there's contact!
Oh, that's a crash! No!
Killuminati and Swam.
Swam has retired from this race. Unfortunately, crashed on lap 4 on the middle sector. That is very unfortunate for him.
Swam looked like he tried to go into a gap that just wasn't really there. And there's also been the Williams in the background make contact with the back of Killuminati and half spin, which I think was Ben LFC.
Yeah, Ben LFC still battling with everyone here.
He's got the Toro Rosso right side by side with him. I think that is Calic Wrist. It is Calic Wrist trying to take 8th position off Ben LFC.
He's going to go up the inside. He's going to make the dummy. Ben LFC goes up the inside. He's going to break way earlier than him though.
He's still there though. He's still trying to squeeze his way in. Oh.
It became awkward there with Ben LFC having a very tight line, just hitting Calic Wrist's side, but now it goes very wide on the last corner is Ben LFC. And up in front I can see Killuminati and Guinness squabbling a bit for P6. And as up in front, have we got any battles?
Greenwich Beer is catching up pretty quickly to Warlock.
Yep, just about to say that. 1.4 gap now,
1.2
now.
Or 1.1 actually. No, it's 1.2. My maths is bad.
Greenwich Beer rear wing opening on this lap. We might not, but Warlock now makes a mistake. So
yeah, very wide there through the right-hander.
Fast left right. He goes very wide and loses the back end. And now Greenwich Beer, I would imagine he's in within 1 second without his killer pulling away.
That may well have gifted Greenwich Beer the DRS advantage to try and separate the 2 Ferraris.
9/10 at the moment, Johnny, so I think it's going to be very close.
Let's have a look and see if Greenwich Beer has DRS. He will do because the detection point is just at the start of that long right-hander.
And he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Not have DRS.
Seems strange. I thought he would have had it, but must have got a good drive coming out of the quarter before the long right-hander, Warlock, to just stay above a second.
Another driver's going to have DRS. It's Calic Wrist now. He's going to make a move perhaps on Ben LFC on the hairpin. The Finnish driver is going to think about his way too far back, so I would assume not. But
no,
Ben LFC goes
very
wide,
deep.
so the pressure's got to him. Calic up into P8.
The pressure's forced a mistake from Ben LFC, and he's now dropped down to 9th position, and he could be under pressure from Mitchell behind as well.
Warlock in the pits as Killuminati's got past Guinness. Warlock is already in the pits on lap 6.
Very early pit stop. I don't know whether he had his rear tyres going off, which might explain why he lost the back end, but 2 races in a row now, Warlock's made a very, very early pit stop.
Yeah, he's now on soft, so he's not going to the end on any compound.
I mean, he's rejoined in the points, but he's got a lot of cars back squabbling away in front of him. Like, Mitchell's just tried to go to the inside there of Ben LFC, I've just spotted. Yeah, he's going to try and dive it up in turn 5. No, Mitchell thinks better of it. Sitting behind him for now, but they're going to come under pressure from defending champion Warlock Munir. And he's not the kind of driver you want chasing you down when you're battling for position 8.
But all this battle in front of Warlock are not going to help him, and the dirty air effect is already getting in his nerves, as he is going to pick up the RS, and I would assume he's going to make both moves stick before the end of this lap. Be brave though, but we'll see. Ben LFC goes wide again.
Another mistake
so
from Ben LFC.
This is going to be very close and risky for
Oh,
Warlock.
this is the perfect time to have the helicopter camera. Thank you, Codemasters.
Warlock's
go round the outside of Mitchell.
On the banking, so now right behind Ben LFC. This is going to be very tight for all 3 of them, and he's going to be 3 wide with Mitchell.
Mitchell's going to try and get the move on Warlock here.
Ben has lost 2 positions, and perhaps he might get the one move.
Ben's outbroken Mitchell. Yeah, he's kept hold of P9. He's broken so much later than Mitchell and gone around his outside again. That's the 2nd time this race that Ben's pulled off a move like that to try and hold on to a position.
He has got him back, yeah. Chris is catching up to Guinness, who is struggling. It seems like it as a Ferrari coming out of the pit lane.
That will be Alice Killer, yeah. But Alice Killer has rejoined in 5th position, but Guinness... No, Guinness couldn't stay there.
Yeah,
so Alice Killer rejoins in 5th, with his teammate 4 positions behind.
Yeah.
3 positions behind.
He is going to have a big buffer to Warlock. And the fresher tyres and the super soft tyres, Johnny. So this is interesting.
So definitely 2 stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these drivers, I was hoping for a 1-stop at least from some of these drivers. I mean, I know that Killuminati is definitely going to 1-stop if you're starting on mediums. Medium soft is a very simple 1-stop.
I wouldn't count out Chill Drive and Grenady, although they're both struggling, as it seems like. Tom Killer as well staying out. And, I mean, Killuminati might be doing the 1-stop, but Alice Killer has already made a pit stop to him, and he's going to get past him on this traction zone and on the DRS zone. So let's see if Killuminati is going to defend this position, which is seems like
Gronos Beer pits. Gronos Beer is diving into the pits on lap 7. He's had a green pit light on his on the HUD, so he's diving in. It'll be interesting to see where he rejoins. Chill Drive also following him. Tom Killer as well in, so all of the front runners are pitting.
Yeah,
Alice Killer's staying out though. Of course, because he's just pitted, so Alice Killer will rejoin in, retake the lead.
Chill Drive on Super Soft, Tom Killer on Super Soft as well. We have a front wing change from Chill Drive, and he's going to lose a lot of time there.
I'll explain why he was losing so much time to Grow Nice Beer. As Ben LFC goes very deep into turn 1. I was just scrolling through the field and saw him go very deep into turn 1. He's in 7th position at the moment, but...
Keeps on going wide, doesn't he? And now Warlock and the Toro Rosso of Cali Chris are going to side by side into turn 4. The hairpin around the outside of Warlock goes.
Oh, what a great move that is!
He's very good at these overtakes, and he makes the move stick.
What a great move from Warlock, round the outside of turn 4.
Great move, and up next is...
Oh, and then he's almost spun it in the next 2 corners later, and he's out!
Warlock is out! Warlock is out of the Chinese Grand Prix. What's happened there?
He made the same mistake he's made a couple of times through that corner, lost the back end, just couldn't control it, and Calic Wrist, of course, couldn't avoid him in time, and it's just hit him, and his front right's gone completely. I don't know whether Calic Wrist has any damage from that, but there wasn't really anywhere Calic Wrist could go in that situation. Warlock just completely lost it.
So the Ferrari's out of the Chinese Grand Prix. Was Alice Killer, the one Ferrari that was out from the Australian Grand Prix. Now it's the other side of the garage with Alice Killer leading the race.
I think Warlock was leading the Australian Grand Prix at that time as well. So one Ferrari leads, the other retires.
Kilimnat is already struggling with fuel, as Alice Killer is setting quicker laps after quicker lap.
On those fresh super softs, you'd expect it.
Mitchell in P4 on the Red Bull, doing very good indeed.
Calec Risk going to put him under pressure though. Calec Risk just behind him, going to put him under pressure. I mean, effectively he's not, because Mitchell hasn't pitted either in this race. So.
Did you say that? Very close on the super softs on Calec Risk.
You might well try it in a couple of minutes into the next braking zone.
I don't think actually Calec Risk has pitted because his tyres are looking very degraded from here.
I don't think he has either. Oh, I thought he was going to hit the back of Mitchell there into turn 4.
Calec has not pitted, so he might be doing a one-stop here if he carries on for a couple more laps. But he has Tom Killer right behind him, challenging him for position, and Ben LFC was struggling, so I wouldn't really say he's going to be challenged from him.
Warlock, we saw your incident on stream, mate. Calec didn't crash you out, you just lost the back end and then he hit you because you had no control of your car. He had nowhere to go in that situation other than off track.
Tom Keller's going to go up the inside just before the DRS detection point, so that's very strange. And
Calec is going to get DRS down the straight as a result of that. But seems to be really struggling on his tyres. He's really struggling on his tyres.
Calec's going very wide there, and he's already well outside the section of
He has got DRS, because the DRS activation is literally as the right hand bend starts.
Rennie's beer right behind Kilimnati, who's lagging a bit, so I really hope this doesn't affect the battle and no one gets crashed out here. Kilimnati is going to defend his position around the outside. Rennie is going to try to go. Red Bull sweeps around the outside, and Kilimnati is going to try and
he's going to try and hold it on the inside though. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two.
Contact there. So Kilimnati down to third place. The inevitable happened, and now Mitchell's right. Not really right behind him, so but yeah, with Kilimnati struggling on the fuel and on
Tom Killer's looking
tires.
to move on. Yeah, he's got past Mitchell. Tom Killer's just flown into 4th position as I was scrolling through.
Indeed.
Inside the turn 2.
There.
Yeah,
Turn 3 and
great little drive out of the corner. Chill Drive also moved up into 6th, so he's overtaken a couple of drivers who I think might have pitted. Yeah, Calec Rist has pitted, as has somebody else, I think. No, he's just getting a position on Calec Rist. And he's getting a position on Ben as well.
Chill Drive, pretty
Chill Drive in 6th, yeah. Yeah, but he did have to change his front wing, as you said, didn't he? So.
Yep.
But he has managed to work his way past Calec Rist and Ben LFC. And he's going to hunt down Mitchell, who seems to be struggling on his soft tyres now, as we're on lap 10 of 28. Be interesting to see how, probably in a lap or so, we might see Chill Drive try and make a move on Mitchell for position 5, which is effectively position 4 on track due to Kiluminati yet to pit as well.
And I think other than that battle, we're going to see Tom Killer really catching up to Kiluminati on the next laps. Tom Killer keeping up with the race leader's pace. But Kilimnati is obviously not, so struggling with fuel and on very worn medium tyres.
Oh, Mitchell's gone wide into turn 1 and that's gifted Chill Drive 5th position. Yeah, Mitchell
down to P6.
Trying to defend his position has just gone too deep into turn 1, gone onto the grass, and Chill Drive takes position 5.
Yeah, it's made Chill Drive's job way easier, as Chill Drive's now struggling on fuel, so that's very interesting. Maybe not knowing how much fuel they should have put on at the start of the race, but Rennie Beer and Alice Killer.
Little bit of intrigue going on here for position 9 between Ginnis and Walstrabert. Walstrabert looked like he was side by side with Ginnis coming into turn 1 and 2. So it'll be interesting to see whether Ginnis has got the move done or Walstrabert's trying to attack. I don't know which way round this is, but it looks at the way that Ginnis has got away in the in this sector. Looks like Ginny's got the move on Walstrabert.
What many years left the session as he has retired. Ben LFC is the first one to have a penalty. He's in 7th place. A straight out 3-second penalty, not even a warning and a penalty. So I would imagine that's a massive cut he has done there. Maledictus don't have a penalty, neither does Guinness, neither does Wolfsburg, neither does Calichrist. Robin doesn't have a warning, and then we have Bittenol with 3 penalties. And I think we only have 2 drivers with a penalty, so that's very nice to see. As a gap to Tom Killer from Killuminati is now under 4 seconds.
Chilldrive seems to be catching up to Tom Killer as well, so they'll both might end up hunting down Killuminati in a few laps' time.
Yeah, let's see. Chilldrive has to keep an eye on his fuel though for the next 16 laps, so this is not going to be very comfortable for him for the rest of the race. Lovely helmet from Mitchell. And more real battles going out on track for field from what I can see.
So the nearest 2 on track were Ginnis and Wolfsburg, but Ginnis pulled away a bit of a gap now.
Rangerby is losing a 10th per lap, so I don't think we're going to see a battle for the lead unless Alex Killer bottles it and makes a massive mistake. Well, that can always happen, as we know. Anything can happen until the checkered flag drops. And Tom Killer's now within 3 seconds of Killuminati. So, what is Killuminati? When I say it like an F2 name, for some reason, it just reminds me of an F2 name from the real life. Don't know who. Weird. .2 now the gap from Tom Killer's Killuminati.
Right, apologies for disappearing on you there.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, indeed, Chilldrive is catching up to Tom Killer as he is to Killuminati. Maledictus up into P6, but now he's getting hunted by Guinness, so props to Maledictus for going up into P6.
Guinness does need to be careful because Maledictus is suffering from some lag here quite a bit. So Guinness does have to be careful not to have an incident caused by the lag, like for example I had in SRL.
Maledictus is not lagging on my...
very occasionally his internet's like going, yeah, at the moment he hasn't, but he was lagging in the S section.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he will have to watch out for that. And Killuminati comes into the pits after 13 laps on his mediums.
That's not long. I don't think that's anywhere near long enough if he wants a one stop. He needed to take those to about lap 16 to one stop.
It's a very cautious pit entry from Killuminati. And he promotes Tom Killer up into P3, Chilled rather than P4. Killuminati is going to pit for softs. Maledictus pits as well. So his dream ends there for top 5 perhaps. Well, let's see. It's a bit... I think he's going to fit on softs. He fits on medium with Maledictus.
Mitchell and Calichrist are going at it for position 7. I think Calichrist has just overtaken Mitchell and taken position 7 off him. But Mitchell might try and still stay behind and stick his nose in somewhere. Oh no, Mitchell might have pitted actually, because Mitchell's now on medium tyres.
A lot of opportunities to pass here on this track, but Mitchell dropped off a Calic on the first sector. Unless he stays within DRS, I don't think we're going to see him move.
No, I think I may well just have missed one. That's the problem. Oh, Maledictus looking like he was getting very close to Robin there coming into turn 4. Final point paying position. Alex Killer pitting from the lead.
We imagine for softs.
Yeah, Grow Nice Beer staying out.
Beer stays out. And he does go onto the soft compound.
Tom Killer also stays out, as does Chill Drive.
And I think they're going to be a bit close there with Alice.
No, they've got the position quite comfortably.
Yeah.
But Chill Drive and Tom Killer could be right on top of each other because Chill Drive is catching. Has been slowly the last few laps. Who?
Guinness, I think, has made a bit of a mistake in the second sector. Dropped off a bit to Illuminati. Obviously, Illuminati is on fresh softs, and Guinness has to stop again. I would imagine he's on super softs.
Yeah, you'd have thought so. There's no way they're taking super softs 15 laps.
Yeah, even if he pitted now. So, I think the only battle we're going to see is Chill Drive and Tom Killer. And it is for P2, essentially.
Oh no, Tom Killer's definitely going to have to pit again. As is Chill Drive, both on the super softs. So it's for at least net P3 on track. I think it is for net P3.
Let's see if Illuminati gets the undercut on both of them. Maybe he has them when they're both pit, but I think he's a bit too far back. I don't think he's willing to pit stop. I think the battle for P2 is going to be between them. And now DRS for Chill Drive. This is huge for him. He's going to open it and use it to his advantage. An extra kilometers per hour then. And he's now right in the back of the McLaren winner from Australia. Grensby has stayed out for another lap.
So the Tom Killer and Chill Drive. But Chill Drive almost loses the back end.
He just loses the back end though. Tom Killer is going to try and break the slipstream. Cannot move more than twice. Right behind him now is Chill Drive.
I thought that was a car off in the front running, but it wasn't. It was just the AI car of Moss Sider. Oh, contact!
We have contact there from Chill Drive and Tom Killer. No visible damage for Chill Drive. But I think that's going to get in his nerves. And he's going to...
I don't think he got any damage, as you said. I don't think there was any damage, though. So, got away with it. I didn't see any bits fly out of the car.
Chill Drive is still managing his fuel, or Tom Killer, I would imagine, has plenty of it. Grenier doesn't seem to be struggling.
Oh, Tom Killer making a mistake there through the double left-hander, so Chill Drive could have an opportunity here.
NLFC has been disqualified as Chill Drive goes around the outside just before DRS detection point.
Bit of a squeeze there from Tom Killer. I'm not sure about that squeeze. Alice Killer, that's yeah.
Chill Drive is going to pick up the DRS for another lap.
Chill Drive's a lot closer than he was last lap. No, he's not opened it. He's got DRS, he's just not choosing to open it.
That's weird, but down there we go. That's definite contact.
And again, in the exit of the corner as well.
But yeah, that was pretty heavy contact there. Tom Killer in the pits.
Tom Killer pit.
Chill Drive stays out, and now he has Alice Killer right on his back. And I don't think he's going to put up a lot of fight here, as Alice Killer is the night race leader. And Alice Killer goes for a move up the inside into turn 1. He's into the lead, so I would imagine Grenier pits for a fresh set of softs. So this is the current order, with Chill Drive still yet to make a pit stop.
Yeah, Alice Killer has found his way past Chill Drive. I was looking away at the time that happened, so Alice Killer leads this race legitimately.
So yeah, Tom Killer is going to rejoin behind Illuminati, who's going very wide into turn 1. So we are going to see a battle, and when eventually Chill Drive pits, he is obviously going to rejoin himself behind Illuminati and probably behind Tom Killer as well. Yeah,
the undercut, always massive. Those fresher tyres make a massive difference, even if it's a compound harder, which Tom Killer is on.
It's not just the undercut, basically Tom Killer was in front of him anyway.
Yeah.
When he pitted, yeah. So I think we will see about a 2 or 3 second gap from Chill Drive to Tom Killer, but very wide from Chill Drive there. That's going to lose him a lot of time, a lot of valuable time to his to his battle for the podium, as Grenier is going to pick up P2 when Chill Drive pits. But question remains if everyone's going to keep their positions in the top 2, as we are going to see a battle for P3, that's for sure.
I'm looking at one for P8 at the moment, as Guinness is right on the back of Maledictus.
Chill drive pits, he responds to Tom Killer. Alice Killer makes the fastest lap again. So he's flying all alone like Tom Killer in the first race. Now it's Alice on the Ferrari, so Chill drive is going to pit, no front wing change for him this time. And he puts on the soft compound. He could have put on perhaps a super soft compound.
Very close for position 8 here between Maledictus and Ginnis. Coming down the back straight under braking. Ginnis has got the DRS. Side by side, Ginnis gets the move done and into position 8.
Can you believe that John Childrive is rejoined ahead of Tom Killer? So
oh
I
my
don't know
word.
if Tom Killer's lost a lot of time on his outlap, but Childrive is in front of him, and now he is going to be the one to make perhaps a move on the following laps to kill Illuminati. So he's going to make the move when it happens, and Tom Killer has to follow him. So let's see how this pans out. I don't think Childrive himself was expecting to get in front of this, so he will be very happy.
Tom Killer's outlap from the pits was in the first sector was 6 seconds slower than Childrive, so I don't know whether there was a front wing change that went on there for Tom Killer that we don't know about, or whether he just made a mistake into turn 1, but that's what's costing the time. He was 6 seconds slower in sector 1 on his outlap than Childrive was on this one.
That's interesting then. Yeah, maybe cold tires and some issues, but Tom Killer seems to be gaining on Childrive. A lap older tires, so everything we expected. I'm being vice versa, and here into the hairpin. Childrive going to defend the position. Tom Killer up the inside, they're side by side, very tight line from Tom Killer, and Childrive going to pick up the traction he wants to remain in P4. And the last corner now, DRS for him. No DRS for Childrive just yet, but look at the straight line speed Tom Killer has.
Tom Killer's going to go for it, the inside of turn 1.
Into turn 1.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh, contact.
I don't think there was any damage, but there was a little bit of contact, yeah.
And Tom Killer makes the mistake from now, but I think Childrive is going to have to respond, and he's going to respond in my eyes. I think he's going to go for a move, or at least just stick with him.
Maybe wait for the DRS.
And Childrive still struggling with fuel service Illuminati. And I hope they have realised so they don't actually run out of it.
Well, I think they had this in Australia as well, especially Illuminati. You definitely had that happen in Australia.
Yeah, you saw that last season with Georgia. They saw almost losing the win in Austria to Parkway. If you remember that in last lap, very close that was.
Yeah, that was.
He filled the whole last sector, and he almost lost 7 points there. But yeah, Tom Killer is now going to have DRS from Illuminati. Illuminati is going to pick up a bit of rubber there, a bit of marbles from the curb on the outside, which is not going to help him. Open DRS for Tom Killer. Childrive dropped back so much from him. So let's see now, Tom Killer, is he going to go up the inside? He will, despite the fact Illuminati is going to defend it. And Illuminati defends the position for now. Another lap completed with him on the podium position, but is he going to keep it for the rest of the race? We'll have to wait and see. It's up to Tom Killer and Childrive to answer that question. So open DRS for Tom Killer.
Tom Driver.
Up the inside. Is it going to be a similar move to the Force India driver? Nope. Illuminati says no to...
He's got another opportunity coming into turn 5. I think it's turn 5. This next corner coming up is either 5 or 6.
Yeah, the hairpin.
Yeah, he's got another chance down here if he wants to try and brake later. Good defending though. Very good defending from Illuminati, using the middle of the track, giving Tom Killer no obvious space either side.
Childrive right behind these two, as they are really losing a lot of time here to the top 2 and the car behind.
It's good to see this kind of battling going on for the podium positions though.
Yeah, Tom Killer, he's going to have to look at his mirrors for the Force India driver who runs a bit wide there, so without let's check the penalties. Illuminati has 2 warnings, very close to a penalty, 3 warnings from Tom Killer.
That was close coming into the long right-hander.
Penalty, yeah, penalty for Childrive. So we'll see how this unfolds. Chill Drive with another 3 seconds to the race time on the end of the race. Tom Killer with an open DRS. He's gonna choose the outside line for the hairpin. This is gonna make him get the podium position.
Yeah, Tom Killer gets the move done into 3rd position.
Tom Killer up at the P3, and I would imagine he's gonna pull away now, leaving Killuminati vulnerable to Chill Drive. He's gonna pick up the toe on the DRS, but Killuminati is gonna stay with Tom Killer. Let's see if he can actually stay with him for the whole sector one. So the 2 drivers now struggling with fuel. Chill Drive not struggling with fuel anymore.
Oh, there's contact into turn 2.
Chill Drive and Killuminati. And he's going to make the move done. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but there was a bit of contact. Killuminati weaving from left to right to try and find an aggressive line to overtake back, but can't get it done. Chill Drive into 4. With a penalty though, remember. So he's going to have to try and pull out a gap.
Have a penalty. Well, I think Killuminati is way too slow and way too frustrated, losing 2 positions in 1.5 lap. Half lap, should I say. So
the Toro Rosso is battling on track again as well for position 9. Calic Rist and Wallstrabert for 9th place.
In the lap 1 or lap 2, I can't remember.
Yeah, they crashed early on. I think it was lap 2. A little bit of gravel though from Wallstrabert. Cut turn 4, put turn 5 a little bit too much. Franz Tost will be biting his nails to the bone after the 2 crashed on the early on in the race.
So the Toro Rosso garage is going to be hotting up yet again for another battle between their drivers, and don't think they're going to be feeling very confident from what they saw. Neither are the drivers, so let's see who will have the upper hand on the latter stages of this Chinese Grand Prix. 8 laps to go, 7 laps for the race leader, Alice Killer now. He's going to lap the AI car and has a 11-second lead to Greenwich Beer in 2nd. The Ferrari, a Red Bull and the McLaren of Tom Killer rounds up the podium for now. Chill Drive not too far back with a penalty, and Killuminati has pitted. So this will essentially allow Chill Drive to get P4. Guinness in P5 right now. Mitchell has passed Killuminati. Maledictus has passed Killuminati now. Mitchell and Maledictus side by side for P6. Very close now. Killuminati is going to rejoin right behind them. So into turn 6 we go. The hairpin. They're both going to be side by side, and Killuminati is going to think for a move. Where are they both going to go? Killuminati is going to sneak up the inside of Mitchell.
Could he get round Maledictus as well though? I thought he was going to try and sneak round both.
Bit of contact there, but Killuminati is very determined to get a top 6 at least here. Maledictus looks very slow and is going to push him off the track there. So Maledictus doesn't want to let off P6 here. But Killuminati is going to pick up a DRS again. Very frustrated is Killuminati, weaving left to right, trying to pressurize Maledictus, who goes just a bit wide, so maybe the tactic is working. Greenwich Beer closed up at 10th, so last lap to race leader Alice. Back to the battle we go. Killuminati is going to have DRS on the back straight coming into the hairpin, but his straight line speed is not great, as it seems like, and he's still struggling with fuel, so it might...
Here's another one.
I was about to say...
struggling with fuel. Something to do with struggling with fuel.
Yeah, he's still struggling with fuel, so he might be using Lean Mix or Standard. And we have another post cracking with compilation. Probably. 2
in Australia, you've had 1 today. She's going well for you, mate.
Greenwich Beer about the same gap to Alice, so he's in the pace. He just lost a lot of time on the opening laps. Obviously, Alice had a clean air in front of him, starting in pole and keeping that position for the whole race, except the pit stops. But Maledictus still in pace 6. Let's check his penalties. Maledictus with a penalty. He had a stop and go earlier. Killuminati has picked up a penalty on the last lap as well. He's going to go up the inside here. He's very close to the rear gearbox of Maledictus.
On the super
As
soft
if he has a
tyres, you'll think he'll
funny
want to. You think he'll want to fly past him on the
This is
super soft. Oh,
right.
Maledictus, yeah, losing the back end out of the left-hander.
Yeah, let's see if he can make the move stick here on the back straight again. His straight line speed was not great. He's not struggling with fuel right now.
He's still in the
DRS.
yellow for me.
If he uses rich mix, he's gonna have to use it now. Up the inside, he's definitely gonna lunge him up into the hairpin.
Still holding on.
Squeezes him.
A bit of a squeeze from Maledictus.
The corner slightly, and he still keeps hold P6. Is Maledictus, so very impressive stuff from the McLaren driver. Always has to work for the constructors as well. McLaren looking very hot for the title this season with Tom Killer opening race winner. Contact with Illuminati and Maledictus, very close for the both drivers there. Very close to a crash, very close to retirement, very risky from both individuals there. So Illuminati again struggling with his fuel. Maledictus goes wide, and now they're both side by side again. So big battle here for P6. As who was P8? P8 was Mitchell. He's really lost time there. So Illuminati right behind again. Maledictus, not sure when he's gonna go for a move. He's been right behind him for the past lap, but hasn't made a move stick. So he has to up his game. He's gonna pressurize him. His Maledictus is gonna go wide here. No, he's not. Illuminati again picking up. Look at his exit. He just wants to get the best exit possible. He uses all the track to get a very good traction zone. And is that going to help him? I think it is.
Again, he's very close.
Yeah, very close to Maledictus.
But again, not getting a straight line speed. I don't know whether there's wing level difference, fuel map difference. Illuminati just can't seem to get past. Even though he's on the super soft tyres.
Yeah, he's getting a bit frustrated at this point. And cannot make a move done. Both have a penalty, so this is a straight up fight for 8 points, 2 extra points, very useful. So to turn 1 again, is he gonna think about a move?
Oh, he's trying to squeeze his way in there. He's tried to squeeze himself into the gap. There was a gap big enough for a car there, but whether it was worth squeezing.
He's gonna go for it. Very close.
He's going to have to try it. He's side by side.
Very close to him.
No, he's going to have to be the best of the late breakers here. Illuminati has to try and out-brake Maledictus as best as he can. That's the only way he seems like he's going to be able to get past. It's just by going for a lunge.
Traction. He's very slow on exits. I don't know if that's down to his assist or something else, but he's very slow on the exits. Very weird line there from Illuminati.
Yeah, he drifted very wide.
Door from Maledictus, but he's gonna lose time. So slowly 8 points are driving off into the distance. So Maledictus is doing very well on his mediums to keep off Illuminati for P6.
Oh, as Mitchell, I'm just scrolling through the field, and Mitchell's run very wide out of the long right-hander, and he's now in between the two Toro Rossos, yeah.
Kalik has somehow got DRS, so this just proves the big battle. Mitchell right behind him.
That was the mistake that Mitchell made, though. He ran wide.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that. But yeah, Mitchell was in front. Mitchell was in 8th, and then when it came to the long right-hander just before the back straight, he ran very wide and allowed Kalik to get through and get the DRS that he had.
Okay, so that's what happened. Illuminati is dropping off just a bit from Maledictus, so I think the dream of getting P6 is now out of the box, I don't know. Oh, Walsterbed's lost the back end. Walsterbed is in the grass, and now he's going to get passed by Robin for P10. So Robin's going to pick up 1 point if he doesn't have any penalties. Let's check that. Robin has no... Well, he has a penalty. He didn't have a warning up until like lap 20. But he has a penalty, and Walsterbed has only 1 warning. So
2 warnings.
This is going to help Walsterbed for 1 point.
It says Walsterbed has 3 warnings. One of them must be for contact. It says that Walsterbed has 3 warnings.
I didn't see the first two. Sorry.
Blind, Michael is blind.
3 Belgian drivers on the podium.
One other thing that's
interesting.
quite interesting to note is Maledictus and Killuminati are slowly catching up to Ginnis, who's in 5th. Maybe on the last lap there could be a 3-way battle for 5th. I don't know whether there's enough time, as there's only 2 laps left in this race after this one.
Vitanov will assume is pitted for some fresh super soft 35.0 for him. Gets the fastest lap of the day. No extra points for fastest lap. What's the word?
If there was extra points for fastest lap, I'd be on 2 points in F1 by now, rather than just the 1. And also, Chill Drive has... What's happened to Chill Drive?
Chill Drive, what is it?
Has he pitted, or... Because he's 4th, but he's other side of the track to where Tom Killer is, I think. Some way behind, he's lost a lot of time. I think he did lose a lot of time.
It's 8 seconds, it wasn't always that gap.
Oh, I don't think it looked that big, the gap.
Constantly losing time to Tom Killer is way quicker than him per lap, so... Yeah, normal.
Okay. I thought he'd lost a load of time somewhere.
Gonna keep P4 for now. Guinness a long way back. Let's just check the times. Guinness with a low 30... Well, that's not very consistent time to tell you. It was high 36s and he's still about high 37s-ish. But yeah, low 37s for Maledictus. Yeah, I don't think we're really catching him, Johnny. It's high 37s for all of them, so I don't think we're going to see a battle, but...
I'm currently watching Alice Killer, who's on his final lap of the race, just about to start the final sector. Pretty dominant performance from him, from the Belgian driver, after DNFing in Australia, as he saw his teammate go to 2nd position. He's now going to take the checkered flag and win this race, while his teammate has retired. So yet to see both Ferraris finish a race this season.
Indeed, a very black and white picture for them so far. After 2 races, they have got a win now with Alice Killer and P2 from Warlock in Australia. But Alice Killer is going to round up this race with 25 points in his bag. Comes across the final corner to celebrate with his team. 25 points, and it's going to be a very good party afterwards for him and his team. 2nd place goes to
Grow Nice Beer, going to come across the line in 2nd position.
11
quite happy
seconds
with himself.
off him, so not that bad. He was keeping up with him throughout the race, so very good for him. Tom Killer in 3rd.
Championship leader still after this race, 1st and 3rd for him this season, so 40 points.
Chill Drive in P4, very good performance for him as well.
Managed to keep pace, yeah.
Picks up 4 points.
Managed to keep pace with the front runners very well. Ginnis coming through the hairpin in position 5.
He's managed to hold off Killuminati and Maledictus for 10 points.
Good result from Guinness after a fairly disappointing time out in Australia. Maledictus in the McLaren crossed the line in 6th. Killuminati 7th in the Haas.
Robin in 9th and Mitchell in 10th. So where is
what's happened to Wallstrom?
Wallstrom is in 11th. So I think he's made another mistake there, or just pitted. He is on mediums. I'm not sure if he was on mediums or not.
He was on mediums before, so he must have made a couple of other mistakes. But there we go, that is the end of the Chinese Grand Prix for ERL F2. We'll go through the standings once they load up on screen. But the podium sitters were Alice Killer, Grow Nice Beer, and Tom Killer.
3 Belgian drivers, 3 Belgian flags, 3 very happy drivers. On the top step of the podium is Alice Killer, picking up 25 points for his team and his driver, Tally.
Making up for the DNF in Australia.
Yeah.
What a great way to bounce up. Yeah, what a great way to bounce back. DNF in Australia to bounce back with a win in China. To put him...
Yeah, definitely proves...
I'm trying to think where that put me. The championship 3rd, maybe?
Got the pace. Yeah. Definitely championship contender along with the other two podium finishers.
So there are the classifications. Alice Killer, Gronos Beer and Tom Killer, the Belgians, completing a podium. Chill Drive in 4th. Guinness in 5th. Maledictus 6th. Killuminati in 7th. Calic Wrist and Mitchell Gamer 8th and 9th, both 1-stopping. And Robin completes the top 10. Wolstrabert and Vitanov were the only other 2 drivers to finish. Mossider, Warlock, Swam and Ben did not finish.
Yeah, I think the top 6 or 7 were on 2 stops. So that
All
was
of them were pretty much, yeah.
Interesting, in my opinion. Let's just invite the top 3.
I need to do that, I'm party host. So the top 3 was the Belgians. Let's go for the Belgians. Find them. Alice Killer, Gronos Beer, and Tom Killer. There we go. Alright, while we get these guys in, if anybody on the stream wants to ask them questions, please put them in the chat so we can ask them. Alright, we'll just see if anybody else joins. Tom Killer has joined us though in the party. Alice Killer has now joined us as well.
Like
mic doesn't work.
Whose? Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
It's sitting next to me, so...
Okay, so you can pass on any questions or whatever. Yeah. Warlock asks, what do we think about his crash? Oh, I saw it on the stream. It was his own mistake from what my personal view from it was, but... from what I saw on the stream, he just lost the back end coming through the S section, and then Calic Wrist just had nowhere to go and couldn't avoid him.
Yeah, he lost it right in front of him, and then just tapped his front wheel, and he retired, which was unfortunate. Very minor contact.
Anyway, Alice Killer, after retiring in Australia and you bounce back with a win here today, how does it feel to redeem Australia in a way and to come back with a win? Yeah, there was quite a few crashes, which is a little bit disappointing to see, but that's what stewards are there for. So if anybody does have any incidents, remember to send them in to myself or Cliffy. We will look at them. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame for Warlock, that was. He was right up with you at the start. You two were leading the way, 1-2 at the start of the race. That's one way to put it. Tom Killer, that's Tom Killer, 2 podiums for you in a row. Good consistency. Are you hoping to keep that up and keep hold of your driver's title lead come the end of the season?
I don't know. I'm gonna try. There's some strong drivers in this league, so...
Who do you feel like your biggest threats are going to be then for the next few races? Because we've got Bahrain and Russia coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Probably Alice Killer and Grun Iceberg.
So it could be you think it's going to be a Belgian 3-way for the title then?
Yes.
Yeah, Warlock could always be up there. It's all about the consistency at the end of the day, isn't it? Mike, do you have any questions for them?
Trying to think of some now, but yeah, great way to bounce back for Alice Killer after his DNF and rage from Australia. Bounce back, 25 points, definitely good. So just looking forward to the rest of the races. I think these 3 are definitely going to be title contenders. If some others as well. There's Warlock.
Chill Drive advertised
his
himself as a possible title contender after today as well.
Yeah, pretty quick as well. I mean, he wasn't really on the pace this weekend compared to the 3 Belgian drivers up in the podium, but pretty sure he has some strong tracks as well, and we will see him battling with Alice, Greenwich Beer, Tom Killer, Warlock, and all the other quick drivers. I think that's it really for today. Very strong race, some good battles up in front as well for the podium. So congratulations to the podium finishers, Alice Killer picking up 25 points in China, Tom Killer in 3rd and Greenwich Beer in 2nd. Well done guys, and we will see you in Bahrain in 1 week's time. Don't forget to tune in to this channel to watch it live. So from Johnny and I, it's goodbye and see you again in 1 week's time.
Goodbye.